Okay, so we have Jimmy Tran on the show today. As you guys may or may not know, his video kind of blew up the first time he talked about Dogecoin. It was super, super cool. All the analogies he gave, all the concepts about McDonald's and Coca-Cola. We like this guy. He's on the show today, and I'm super tired because it's like 1 a.m. right now here, and it's like 12 p.m. over there.
All right, guy. I think what even cooler is me had the opportunity to meet Darryl right here, and because of all these videos, I able to meet a good friend. So I think that is pretty cool, and it's really mean a lot to me. So Darryl, thank you so much, man. As you guys all know, Darryl he stay up until like 1 a.m. Try to connect with me, and he tried to most important he tried to bring the value and all of the message to you guys right now live. So this man, he working really hard, trying to bring as much as value for you guys. I want to say thank you to you, man. You the man. Okay.
Hey man, thank you so much for being on today. So, what are we gonna give the audience today? What is today's topic?
Yeah, man. So I think the most important thing in here today, I really want to know more about you because I saw your channel talk a lot about Dogecoin, and the purpose today, like I really want to know, like, just tell me a little bit about yourself, because like, man, I saw you talk about stock, especially Dogecoin. Like, tell me a little about yourself, like where you from, like what country you from, and why and how do you get into stock? So that's the thing that caused me to be curious.
Okay, yeah, sure. Basically, I studied psychology when I was in uni, and I worked in a bank in Malaysia, but obviously working in a bank doesn't really pay high over here. So I went to Singapore, and when I worked there, I did 2 jobs over there. First job I did was as a personal trainer, believe it or not.
Personal trainer, okay. That's interesting.
It actually paid very high, and that's why I got interested, because for me, I just wanted to earn some money, feel the hustle, and then go out and start a business. So I had the entrepreneurial mindset. I didn't really want to climb corporate ladder and stuff like that. But when I worked there, the funny thing was I got to meet so many successful people. Like they're just like bankers, corporate finance, private equity, and all those people like were so generous with their knowledge. So they taught me a lot about investing, and I had such a wrong mindset of investing before I started. I was looking on YouTube, I was looking at all those traders, all those technical analysis, day traders, swing traders, and I got really into it, but I still didn't had the confidence to do it until all of them guided me. So that's where I got interested in stocks, and then I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna put some money into it, like 10 grand. Then I just put it into stocks, and then I saw the growth. I immediately saw growth. I guess it's a bit of luck and a bit of discipline and a lot of reading annual reports and all those stuff. And I guess I just fell in love with seeing the gains and the patterns, how things can go up and things can go down, and how you go against people's thinking. When the masses buy into that, the price is overvalued. So I learned a lot about that, and I enjoyed it because I enjoy psychology. I enjoy the fun of like holding on to a stock when nobody believes in it.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I got into stocks.
So basically, right now, do you do like stock full time, or in the YouTube full time, or you still work at your insurance company and also do the stock?
Yeah, I do this full time actually. I do my insurance as a side hustle, because my insurance doesn't take much of my time, because I know that you spend a lot of time developing your group and all those stuff. But like for me, my insurance way, my method is like I put up ads on YouTube and all that, and people just click on it and just buy it, and that's it. That's like how I get my side hustle money. Okay, someone asked the Dogecoin question. So should we like answer that now? Is it like
yes? So what kind of question did he ask about Dogecoin?
He said, when will Dogecoin be listed on COINBASE? So would you like to answer that?
So probably I would say in a little bit. We're gonna put that question later on in a little bit at the end, so we can answer all those kind of questions. Because right now, I really want to know more about you. But like, I'm gonna answer the question very quick to him. You know, right now, if you ask me when they're gonna put into Coinbase, probably I will not know the answer for sure. You know, I hope I know the answer. But one thing that I know and very confident is Coinbase will be at a big loss if they don't really put in Dogecoin, because Dogecoin right now be a huge momentum. And as a business entrepreneur, I run a 7-figure business, so I understand what is really meant for big business if they don't put in something that is a huge demand. So I really see that sooner or later, Coinbase, they have to put in, and you already see the momentum, like crypto put it in, you know, Dogecoin, you know, Upbit, the largest like Korean, you know, platform, they put in Dogecoin already. And eventually, and also Elon Musk, he demand, like, you know, for example, he said, hey, it would be a great idea to put in Coinbase. So it's just a matter of time. And here's the thing that most people, they don't realize. Most people, they want to wait for the perfect time until everything line like in correct order, like all the duck line in a row. But when that happened, when that already happened, the opportunity is already expand already, and you probably already jump while the wave is already happened. When I start to invest, I like to take huge risk. You know, like I like high risk, because what happened is I'm really all about like 10x, you know, or even 50x. And in order for you to get 10x or 50x, you have to take risk. Just like a business, look at Elon Musk. He take a huge risk when nobody really believed that the space, like travel, take people to the Mars is the reality. This guy is almost to the verge of bankruptcy. Same thing for Tesla. So if you want to really 10x, you cannot be so safe. And I really think that, you know, sometimes the safety path is the most dangerous path. That's why people, they go to school and get a good grade, and from a 9 to 5, no offense. But what happened is when they get out of college, they have to apply for a job, work from 9 to 5 for like 5, 10 years, or even 20 years, and finally realize, oh, damn it, this is not my passion. And they finally have to quit that job and pursue their dream. So I think that's one of the biggest risks. But so now go back to Dogecoin. I like to position myself before the tsunami. I really think Dogecoin is the tsunami. And guess what? Do I know all the answer? No, because every great business, Elon Musk or anyone in the world, they don't know the full answer. But because I don't know the full answer, that's why I'm in, right? And that's part of the journey. That's part of the game. So that's answer your question, right?
Yep, definitely. I think that answered his question, because another guy asked, do you keep buying Doge at this price?
Okay.
What do you think about that?
I really think so here's the thing. Like I always tell people, one of the big things that I learned from Warren Buffett, and I think I totally respect him. I think of him like the grandfather of investing. And most people think Warren Buffett is like the old school, is outdated. But what most people, they don't realize is I'm just giving an example. When it comes to sales and marketing, no matter how long it's involved, even 50 years, 100 years, or even 1,000 years, the concept of sales and marketing remain the same. The only thing different is the technology of the way that we update in the marketing and sale. Okay, so now how is sales and marketing related to investing? The principle of Warren Buffett, when he invests, this guy is a genius. You know, that's why he become one of the wealthiest and the most well-known in the world. So his principle of investing is something that I really want to study from. And how can I apply that in Dogecoin? This is what he say. If you really want to become a true genius or a real deal investor, you cannot look at the price. Sometimes when you invest into a product or service, you whether have to look in the person, or you have to be the person who determines the price. So when I invest into Dogecoin, imagine, let me ask you a quick question. If I tell you today that if Dogecoin you believe will become the #1 currency on the planet, which is what Elon Musk, let's say he say is possible, right? Then what do you think is the value of Dogecoin? It cannot be a $10 billion or even $100 billion. It's impossible, because the currency on the planet, it has to be trillion. But if you ask me, like, you got crazy, Jimmy, what you guys don't realize is every single money is unlimited supply, right? It's unlimited supply. And how are they going to make it happen? I don't give a damn. I don't even care. Because what happened is when it starts to expand, they're going to figure it out. The developer going to figure it out. The government will figure it out. Let them figure it out. Just like a light. Right now, I see the light, right? All I need the light right now is to talk to Darryl. I don't care how the light really make, what kind of thing in the light bulb, and who is the manufacturer. I don't care, right? So go back to your question. When I invest into Dogecoin, the first question I always ask is, what is the future of Dogecoin? Okay. Do I really believe Dogecoin is the future? The answer is yes. If Dogecoin become the #1 currency on the planet, or maybe the 5 currency on the planet, okay? Let's say, for example, what is the value of Dogecoin would be at least 10x. If it's at least 10x, then right now it's only 5 cents. It has to be at least 50 cents. It's just common sense. You see what I mean? So if it's 50 cents to $1, it's a no-brainer right now. So why try to bargain penny over 1,000? See, this is the way that when it comes to investing, this is the way that I keep it simple. And Warren Buffett do the same thing. When he invests, he never look into the price. He say, okay, what is this company? Who's the founder? What is technology? Can I imagine in the next 5 to 10 years, this company is going to be disrupted? This company is going to change the world. If the answer is yes, what is the price right now that I determine for this company? Okay, $3. And he look at the market price right now, $1. It's a no-brainer. He in. You see what I mean? So that is my answer for you. So never let small thing to stop you for a bigger thing. And one of the problem, a lot of trader, no offense, a lot of traders, they get used to the bad habit. It's like they try to time the market. Man, I look at this chart. I think it's gonna go to, it's gonna go to like 4 cents. I think it's gonna drop down to 4 cents. So let me wait until we go to 4 cents, 3 cents. And I'm going to invest because I'm going to save 1 cent. Maybe you get lucky. It dropped down. You save 1 cent. But here's the thing is, what if it goes up to 10 cents? You lose a big potential. And guess what happened? When you develop the habit, when it reaches to 10 cents, I can promise you one thing. You can try. I can promise you one thing is your habit will stop you to purchase at 10 cents because your mind keep thinking about yesterday is only damn 3 cents or 4 cents. So when I invest, when I invest into Dogecoin, I invest at 2 cents, 3 cents, right? I wish my money is not stuck into some of the option, right? I would pile a lot more into Dogecoin. So when it comes to 4 cents, bam, I pile in. What if 5 cents, I pile more in. Even 7 cents, I pile more in, right? And I got to keep add more and more into Dogecoin. People may think I'm crazy, but we hold over 1 million of Dogecoin, okay? And we really believe into Dogecoin. It's the next big thing. So
okay, so I got one thing just to sorry to interrupt you, because like one guy asked a good question which I have my answers already, but I would really like your thoughts on it. And if there are more questions gonna come, we'll just answer it maybe a bit later. We'll just answer a bit later, but we will answer them. But now let's just refer to this question that this guy asked. Supervisor, what are your thoughts on Vlad from Robinhood stating that the Doge wallets is Robinhood's top priority the other day? I mean, do you think that is the big issue? Because everyone is very worried about that. People feel that because there's a big whale, Robinhood holds all the Dogecoin, and if they don't make the wallets, then those people that are holding Dogecoin in Robinhood practically has no function for Dogecoin. They can't use Dogecoin for anything. Basically, they're just seeing the price go up and down. So what's your intake on that? I guess they want to know. Yeah.
So here's the thing that most people, they don't realize. When it comes to doing a business, right now, let's not answer that question. I want to give you a real life example. Imagine when you start a business. This is most of the sales people, entrepreneur, and marketer. They make the biggest mistake. They try to write out a business plan, make sure everything is going to be my 5 to 10 year projection in this company. And they want to make sure everything is correct. Everything is good. All the people, I need to find these people. I need to get this way. I get the number right, everything right. And finally, the freaking damn business is outdated. When I start a business, I don't need any business plan. I just need one piece of paper, the action plan, and take that one step first. Okay. And after that, I want to get it out there to see how fast it can go. And from there, I build up on it and keep going. See, when it comes to investing, it's the same exact principle. So when I invest into Dogecoin, so this is what I'm thinking, okay? Right now, all I care is jump in right now. I saw the tsunami is about to come. And all I really care is just buy in at a good price, right? And if later on, if something happened, let's say I sell out and I still make money, let's say on the Robinhood account, don't think it too much, okay? So keep it simple and simple and simple, okay? Don't overthinking. The people in business, one of the most reasons why they fail because they keep damn overthinking. Overthinking will kill you. If you have like thinking like $10,000, $20,000, or $50,000, why would you even care? Just put the money in there, invest, and make the money. For example, if you don't like it, sell it, go to a different platform. Keep it simple. So here, let me answer your question in depth. This is the way I see Robinhood. They are not dumb. They are $1 billion company, and all this guy, they freaking smart. Okay, there's no way for Robinhood not going to create the wallet for people when later on it's gonna have more demand. Because the moment where they don't create the wallet for the people, guess what happened? Me, when I start to grow my Dogecoin to more and more, I make more money, I'm gonna jump into, let's say, Binance, crypto, COINBASE, different places. So as a business entrepreneur, this guy, they already think ahead of time. And one of the most reasons why they think ahead of time is they want to keep things simple, simple, simple. So if I was the CEO of Robinhood, let's say I started out, I would not gonna create a wallet at the beginning. I want to keep things simple. Get people to buy Dogecoin, right? Get people to play stock. Keep it simple, simple, simple. And when more demand arises, right, then I gotta put in wallet, put in the wallet for people. And I pretty confident, very high chance, Robinhood would put in a wallet. They would be very, I would say, like stupid not to put in wallet. To be honest with you, I don't know what word to use, but pretty sure they would put in. This is just my take, okay? And if they don't, it's their loss, not my loss, because I'm at the right time I will go. So think simple right now. Hope that answers your question.
Yeah, I definitely agree with what you said. And honestly, I am so astonished because out of so many YouTubers that I've seen videos of, because like even myself, I'm not even talking about anyone else, even myself, I have this emotional, I wouldn't say hate, but a bit of disturbance from Vlad, Vlad Tanner and Robinhood because of how what they did with GameStop and all that. So I always diss them. I always get annoyed by them. Like I would say, like it's because they are dumb, and it's because they just didn't have. I mean, they just purposely did it, to get more from themselves. But after listening to what you said, it's true because it could be a business model. Like they start things off simple so that it's easier to manage everything. And then when people start, and when they see more demand, they see like, oh wow, Dogecoin is actually, has that much demand. Then they will release the wallets, and then people will be more satisfied as well. Yeah, so I completely agree. Completely agree.
See, the thing in here is the incident happened in GameStop. It's not just Robinhood. If you look at it, it's TD American, many other different platforms as well. But Robinhood, it's just the forefront. Like Robinhood is just a big guy, a big well that many startup investor invest in with Robinhood. You see what I mean? So because of that, Robinhood, like people are just like mad at Robinhood for all those kind of things. And of course, I would be mad as well, right? But like we can have a different like another day talk about those kind of topics for those kind of things. But what I say is when you investing, whether into option or into the stock, a lot of time you play with a hedge fund. If I say that, maybe a lot of people they disagree, but I test a lot of things out on the back end with a huge amount of money. So I know I'm playing with a hedge fund, especially for option, right? So it's like when you come to a casino, you play with a casino, but you have to play smart to win the casino in the long run. But they're gonna be a different day when I talk about all those kind of thing later on. So when the casino, they realize that they lose too much money, they're gonna do something to stop people at the moment, because the incident of GameStop is something that is never happened in century. It's like they never gonna think like a bunch of like Reddit, get together and raise the price. Like it's almost impossible. This is like something they never really thought is possible, and it happened to them at a short amount of time. So they shocked, so they have to do something like that to temporary. But of course, there's gonna be a lot of a lot of way that they're gonna say to the public, oh, because of this, because of that. We know what really happened behind the scene, but of course, I mean, there's nothing else that we can do right now. But the only thing is we play that game. So we have to understand that game really well in order to win the games. You know, you can quit this out again, but when you go to the casino, you know you play with the casino already. So the question is, how can you play smart to win the player in the casino, not the casino? See, so those are the things that I just want to share a little bit.
Very true. I like that a lot. I like what you're saying. And one guy, he asked me in my previous live as well. I'm just gonna say this real quick, and then we can get over it because this guy's name is Davy Tran. Do you know him? He has the same surname as you, Davy Tran. He said like, did you ask him why he works out in his intro yet? But you only told me it's because he gets pumped, and when you get pumped, you get the energy to talk. You know, to get the hype on, and that's why he works out during his videos.
Yeah, man, and plus, man, when you work out, you have a lot of energy, and you have, like, for me, when I work out, I have a lot of energy, and I have yeah, you know, I have a lot of energy, and I have a lot of creative idea during the time. So I need to split it out, you know. And for me, with my personality, I split it out and I say anything that I want to say. So I couldn't care what people really think. And most of the time, the machine is empty, guys. Like, people keep thinking, like, pay attention to the damn message. Like, stop thinking the machine. Like, I pay the money to go to the gym, you know, and the machine is empty. It's not like I go there and grab the people. Hey, get out. Let me record. You know, I polite, like, the machine is empty. There's a bunch of machine over there. Unless some person like come to me and say, hey, Jimmy, you know, would you mind I use the machine? And totally fine. Okay, it's okay. Then I'll get out. But, like, anyway, guys, long story short, pay attention to the message. And I think for me, my schedule is getting really, really busy. And after the gym, I want to pump out some content to bring value to you guys the most. That's what I really care about. Not just because a lot of things people say, and, you know, and I stopped doing at the gym. I like what I do, and I'm not going to stop. Yeah.
Yep, definitely. On point. If I mean, I would love to work out in the gym and talk as well, but like in Malaysia, it's crazy. All the gyms are super, super noisy. And if you like the value we are bringing to you, smash the like button. Just saying. Okay, so okay, since we talked quite a bit about Dogecoin, if you guys have any questions, if you ask on it, we will answer that a bit later, because right now I really want to get to know Jimmy, and I want you guys to get to know Jimmy as well, because if you're going to listen to some Dogecoin YouTubers, you're not going to listen to any random people. You want to listen to people who has experience in stocks and cryptocurrency and even life psychology. So let's hear what's your background, Jimmy. I mean, what do you start off as, like, after you graduated from uni? What did you do, and how did you get into stocks, crypto?
Yeah, man, I would love to ask a lot more question about you, because, you know, today is really about you because it's your channel. So, but since you already asked me first already there, so after I answer this question, I'm probably gonna go back to you.
Okay.
First of all, I want to clarify that I am not an expert into crypto. Okay, I just really get to know crypto, so I'm not gonna pretend like I'm the expert into crypto or anything like that. But what I really have is I'm more like an entrepreneur. You know, I do a lot of business in the past when I was really young, like 15, 16, and I try so many business, fail, you know, and get back up, fail, get back up, and try so many business, from like printing, shipping, distribution, manufacturing, MOM. I do every shit, you know. So and finally, I focused in one business, and become successful with my brother. So I do coaching online before everything. But anyway, I take all the knowledge that I have, right? You know, from the nonprofit organization. I have a clean water nonprofit organization that provides children clean water around the world, right? So I go to the Philippines, I'm going to Vietnam, and of course, I'm not going to talk too much about that right now. But the idea, I take everything that I have as an entrepreneur, and really, you know, like scale our business to a 7-figure. So I really understand what it takes to become successful, what it takes to build a company, you know, like from to a 7 to an 8-figure. And, you know, we heading our way to the 9-figure. But here's what I realize is investing into the stock is pretty similar. Right? It's pretty similar. And when I was young, I always say, you know, when I become successful, then I will invest into startup, or I invest into stock. Because here's the reason why. Because I remember when I was young, me and my brothers, we have great idea, and we want to go to investor and seek and fund like $50,000 during the time. And we facing a lot of challenge because we was young. When we pitch our idea, it's not too good. And even though we have a great idea, and finally no one give us the money, so we have to hustling and all those kind of things. So I told myself that, you know what if one day if somebody spot us when we was young, but we have the passion, we have the knowledge, and we have the drive to make the company successful, that will be a game changer for that people. Just like right now, like if somebody invests into our company before we become big, they probably make a lot of money. So here's the thing. From that moment on, I realized that investing is so potential. It's like, man, if one day I become successful, I want to find the people, the young people, the startup that I really want to invest in before they explosive, before they like become the tsunami. So I'm the type of guy that don't like to invest into low risk. Okay, I don't like to diversify. I like to invest into like Amazon, Tesla when they was like no one really know. But unfortunately, what happened during the time is I keep focused on my startup. I'm working and I fail a lot of different things. So I don't know about investing. But when I become more successful, I realized that it is time for me to investing. So here's the thing. I didn't plan to invest until the next few years. But what happened is when the COVID-19 hit, I saw people investing in, and I don't even know how to use the Robinhood account. I don't even know anything. But anyway, long story short is I saw when COVID hit, it's an opportunity. And when I see opportunity, let me have you a guy ever thinking like, sometimes you want to start a business, sometimes you want to do something, but then there is never a perfect time. It's like you wait for that perfect moment, and when something it come to you like all of a sudden, that is the perfect moment. And you have to grab that opportunity immediately, right? So I thought like 5 years later, 3 years later, when we scale to like our company to massive, that I can invest into startup and, invest into great business. But then when the COVID-19 hit, man, I was like, damn, this is the perfect time for me to invest. And I just need to find out how to invest. So I thought like download the Robinhood account and invest. And this is for a lot of beginners. I was freaking overthinking. I thought like, this is going to be hard, like trying for the money and everything. It's going to take like 3 or 4 days. So I was never invest. Back then, I was wanting to invest into Tesla and Zoom already before they explode. Man, only 3 months, Tesla explode, Zoom explode. I say, damn it, I missed our opportunity. You see what I mean? So I was like, you know what? There's no way I'm gonna miss our opportunity anymore. So I just download the app down and I deposit like the first like $1,000, and after that $5,000, I say, this thing is pretty easy. It's just like only a few minutes. But I was thinking it's gonna be like the whole weekend. And from there on, it's game changing. Investing has come to me like very natural, because why? It's like before when I play poker, I learned poker really fast because I lose a lot of money in poker. It's like sometimes, to be honest, one of the best ways to learn something is you have to lose fast and learn fast and take that lesson and win back fast. So the same thing with poker, right? I fail really fast. Before I call every single hand, I all in everything very stupid, and finally I lose a lot of money, right? And I watch the people around me; they lose a lot of money too, and we all play stupid. And finally, I learned the lesson, and I play poker, and I win good amount of money, and I become well known in the poker in my area during the time, right? When I heard about Jimmy, say this guy, he know how to play. Be careful with him. Everything. When I jump into the room, they know this guy know what he doing. So when it comes to investing, no matter how good I am in poker, no matter how good I am in business, it helped. But when I jump into investing, I spend my money to learn from mentor, right? I spend my money to learn from the Motley Fool, learn from the mentor. But long story short, the Motley Fool, they teach me about diversify, they teach me about the principle of investing, what must do, what must not do. But I find that the Motley Fool style doesn't fit me, because I'm more like the entrepreneur type, and really like looking for big idea and invest into innovation. So I talk to them, say they teach me diversify into dinosaur company, like the company like Microsoft, the company like Salesforce. Like something on the back of my head tell me that Salesforce cannot be a 10x. It's hard for Microsoft to be a 10x, and they keep telling me all this company, like out of 20 companies, they might have one good company. For example, it's Fiverr. But anyway, long story short, I'm like, man, how about I take everything that I learned from them? I take all of my business entrepreneur skill and go onto my own path and explore. So what happened is, I fell a lot. Like to be honest, I lose a lot of money into the stock. Thinksmart Brother, we lose a lot of money. Okay, I'm not, when I talk about lose money, it's not like 20,000, 50,000, or we're talking about lose like $100,000. Okay, into the stock market. Okay, and we learned a lot of lesson. And every single time I lost something, me and my brother Leon, we was on the phone, say, at nighttime, 12 a.m. we say, hey, damn, today we play this option, we lose the money. So what do we learn from this thing, man? We don't want to make the same mistake next time. God damn it, and we start write out all the lesson. And I turn all those lessons into blueprint on my computer, everything. And because of that, because of the discipline that we learn from entrepreneur spirit, like operate a successful company, and we take all those kind of thing in, and finally we gain back the money and more. Okay, so that is my story of investing. And right now, to be honest, I am nowhere genius, but what I do is I learn from top genius people like Chamath, Kathy Wood, because the moment when I understand about Chamath and Kathy Wood, Bill Ackman, those people, and they fit into my style more. To be honest, when I started about Motley Fool, it doesn't fit into my style. Something is off. But when I look at Chamath, man, this guy, he only invests into a few company and all disrupt the company, and whatever he says is so relevant to me. You see what I mean? And his wisdom, his knowledge, and his position is like so genius. Like he sell Facebook at the right time. He ship his money to Tesla, and after that, he take the money from Tesla. He invests into different company. Same thing with Kathy Wood as well, Bill Ackman as well. So I pretty much like kind of ride the wave on the shoulder of giant, like kind of study from them and learn along the way. So right now, this is the journey where I am on. And as I grow, I want to give back and just share the knowledge and stuff like that, and connect with more people like you, and keep on learning. Yeah.
That's super awesome, man. I mean, you have the blueprint, and I think some people are even interested in the blueprint. Say, hey, one guy, Jonathan Baum, said like, "Hey, Boo Boo, the blueprint, let's do it." I don't know what that means, but and some people, yeah, a lot of people are talking about Dogecoin, but yeah, a lot of people are saying Jimmy the President, and another guy, he said something which I really don't understand. But Tony Kim said, referring to Doge post, Jimmy Leon Lon, more in English, keep up the good work. Oh, okay, maybe they are telling you to have more English videos. Okay, now mind will
let him know that our goal each day is we're gonna release 2 English and 1 Vietnamese. Because like as much as I want to do in English, we have a lot of requests from Vietnamese, and there are a lot of Vietnamese. I just don't want to see them lose money, because lose money is really painful, because not a lot of people can afford to lose like 50,000 or even 20,000. Sometimes even $5,000 mean a lot for them. So I want to do something to to help them share the knowledge. So obviously we're gonna do some English, and we want to do some Vietnamese as well. So
Matt is in here, by the way. Matt Wallace from Final Stand. Yeah. Yo, what's up, Matt?
Tell Matt, man.
You can tell him, guy. You're on the live stream. You can just tell him.
yeah, Matt, man. I love your videos. I learned a lot from your videos. You're the Dogecoin guy. I really respect you. He actually is the guy that is so consistent into Dogecoin, and I can see that this guy, he really believes that Dogecoin is the #1 currency on earth, and I really believe so. That's why our Thinksmart Brother, I really feel like Dogecoin is a lifetime opportunity, because it's like a revolutionary that we never witnessed before in history of the earth, in the history of humankind. Because if you look at all the money in the past, it's like they use paper money, they use gold, they use like silver, they use different things. Like when you watch the Chinese movie, right? Or the Egyptian, whatever, they use all kind of money, but it's never digital currency. Because the only way for digital currency to work is we have to shift into a new area of digital, like shopping online and all those kind of things. And one of the reasons why I so strongly believe into Dogecoin, not because of all the fact anything, I see how the world is shifting to a new direction of the way that we created money. If you look at on the past, right, we created the money from from paper, we print the money. But now, how do we create the money?
Sorry, Jimmy, sorry. Because Matt just used his catchphrase "to the moon." He just said it on the comments.
It's gonna go right here. I even have this one right here, to the moon.
You see that? To the moon.
I even have the shirt to the moon, because I really believe that Dogecoin is to the moon. It will go to the moon. And so many people ask me, like, if Dogecoin like fell below 3 to 4 cents, let me tell you something. Like right now, people might think I'm crazy. People may think Thinksmart Brother crazy. But in my mind right now, I really hope that my option right now will go up, so I can sell my option and pound a lot more into Dogecoin when it go down to 3 to 4 cents. I don't want Dogecoin to go up right now. Most people, they want Dogecoin to go up.
Not me.
But the thing is, not me. I want Dogecoin to right now either remain the same or go down for me to buy, because I already see a huge opportunity. The way that we store money, the way that we spend money, that is different from before, and the way we invest money so fast. We go to our bank, go to our Robinhood account, and we buy Dogecoin so fast already. I see that there's a huge 100x to even 1,000x opportunity in crypto. I know it's maybe crazy, but I that's why I see the world is heading, and I believe into Dogecoin. Yeah, it's gonna go to the moon.
Awesome, man. Okay, Matt, if you're still there, I'm gonna post a video. I talked about your video, and it's gonna be a bit of a roast, so I hope you don't hate me. It's just all good vibes. So just let you know that. So don't get pissed off at me, Matt. Okay, and also because that the other day, me and Matt had also something like this, but we weren't. I mean, I think it wasn't but I wasn't that prepared, so we weren't that fluent. I hope we can do it again when we have more, points to talk about. But
hey, man, hey, Darryl, introduce me to Matt, man. It seems like he's a cool guy. I learned a lot from him, and I would love to meet him, and love to be friends with great people.
Of course, man. We can all do a stream together. I mean, I'll pull up my next computer, and we can, like, I'll put Matt here, I'll put you here. We can, like, do a three-way. No, not that kind of three-way, but yeah. So yeah. Okay. Since I have done my asking, I know your background. Obviously, have this kind of blueprint, which is I think everyone here has you. I mean, feels that you're definitely accountable. I mean, credible for them to listen to. So, what do you have to ask me? I guess you have some questions.
Yeah.
So
I have a lot of questions to ask you, but before I answer this question, I want to share one important message. Like when it comes to investing, I like to be transparent to people. Like, for example, the Thinksmart Brother, like, I don't recommend company where I don't really invest in. But if I do recommend the company, there have to be a lot of demand from people say, but I tell people, like, I recommend this 3EV company, but I don't invest into this company yet because I only focus on a few company. And Dogecoin is my #1 huge position of me and Thinksmart Brother. So I think that it's very, very important that if you talk about any kind of stock or any kind of crypto, you have to really believe in. Otherwise, just talk about it just for view. You see what I mean? And that's one of the reasons why I like, Mac. I could see that this guy's so consistent. Talk about Dogecoin, every single thing, every single day, and he's very consistent. I really respect that type of people. So yeah.
Yeah, of course. If you don't, okay, look, it's very simple to me. If you don't have the money that you feel comfortable just losing it, then don't invest. I mean, don't buy any crypto, don't buy any Dogecoin, or just put your money into an index fund or like an S&P 500. That's a better choice. It really depends on how much money do you feel comfortable putting it in crypto that that you might lose everything. Okay, it really depends on your belief, really depends on the knowledge that you have and your gut. I mean, that's what investing is all about. If you don't have guts to invest, then I mean, you're a puss. So I'm just gonna be straight up. I'm not gonna censor myself here. Yeah. So Right? Am I right, Jimmy? Did I say anything wrong here?
No. You don't say anything wrong. It's all depend on what type of investor they are. Some people they are safe investor. There's nothing wrong with that because a lot of people, let's say they are 50 something, 60 something, they cannot afford to lose money. So they want to play safe, buy index fund from our invest. That is totally normal. They invest in 401k, they invest into life insurance. It's the right thing to do. Some people they like to diversify. It's nothing wrong with that because some people, if they cannot see that Tesla is the next big thing to go all in, then they want to open several type of business. They want to diversify the portfolio to gain less money but more safe. It's totally normal. But like for some people like me, right? For Thinksmart Brother, we want to find disruptive 10x company, and we want to face higher risk, right? Just like start business. I don't want to start 10 business. I want to start one business, and I want to dominate the market and take the market by storm with one business and become the market leader in that industry. And that's what we do right now. So that is just our style. And if that style fit anybody, follow that person. One of the biggest problem with a lot of people, you got to follow too many people. Follow the people that met your style, right? And your personality, so you can learn the best from them. And so that is just my recommendation. But anyway, enough about me already. I want to know more about you, Darryl.
Really, come at me.
Yeah. So the thing that I want to know about you is like, me and you would talk about all this kind of thing right here. So I really want to know, like, what is your drive? Like, why are you doing all this?
What's my drive? Wow. Making me think deep. I feel like first of all, it comes back to the culture and where I was born. Obviously, I'm born in Malaysia, and I studied overseas. I studied in the UK and I worked in Singapore. So I really have this strong feeling that Malaysia is a place where a lot of people, and I don't think it's just Malaysia. I'm not sure in Vietnam is it like that, but in Malaysia, a lot of people are so oblivious to the outside world, to being driven to, in America, like if you want to find like maybe 15-year-old kids or 17-year-old kids that has innovation, it's not that hard to find. You can easily find some on the streets or whatever. But in Malaysia, it's so difficult to find that kind of drive in people, the kind of, if you ask anyone, oh, do you invest in stocks? I can guarantee you in Malaysia, 99% of people do not even know how to invest in stocks.
So I have to give the prop to you. You're in Malaysia and you're investing in the US stock and crypto, everything.
Exactly. And that's what my drive is. Yeah, my purpose. I mean, this is something that I really hope that not only I can influence people that are 30 years old, 40 years old, 50 years old, but as even the younger people, like even if you're like 16 years old, I really want to get people that are in that age range to be interested. That's why my videos are, I know a lot of people might think my videos are a bit weird, like why am I so hyped up? Why am I so entertaining? I'm supposed to be talking about this in a very serious manner, like, oh, today's stock is like this. Like, no, I don't want to do that, because if I do that, then I limit myself to guiding like people above a certain age range. I want people from a younger age range to be interested, like, oh, this guy's entertaining, but at the same time, I can learn a bit about Dogecoin. I can learn a bit about other cryptocurrencies. And the reason why I always use Dogecoin is not only that I believe in it, obviously I believe in Dogecoin, but also because Dogecoin is like a icebreaker to investing. Because if you talk about, let's say I talk to like a bunch of young people about NEO, I talked to them about Pinduoduo, I said, oh, okay, but the PE ratio is super low. And so, I mean, if I do that, then young people will be like, oh, whoa, stop it right there. It's like trying to teach AdMats to like 6-year-olds, So I want to go to the basics, like Dogecoin. People hear about, oh, okay, seems like a very not so intimidating cryptocurrency. And I would like to learn a bit more about it. And then, yeah, people start to get into it. Like I can tell you, my mom, my dad, my wife, my brother, my cousin, none of them have ever put money into cryptocurrency. And this is the first time they did, ever since Dogecoin became hyped up, and they were like, oh, this sounds like a very cool cryptocurrency. It's very cute, and they wanted to know more. And that's where I could like at least get them to understand a bit about cryptocurrency. And it's like a very, very good icebreaker to make people feel comfortable in learning something new, because not a lot of people like learning new things, especially from someone younger than them.
Yeah. Hey
That's
man,
my
you're doing great thing, man. Thank you for your service. You're doing great thing. You inspire the young entrepreneurs, the young investor. Excellent, man.
thank
So
you.
so Darryl, like let's say if I ask you today, okay, if I ask you today, and I'm pretty sure a lot of your audience might ask you this question, they say, if you can invest in today in the stock market or maybe even crypto, right? So what are, if you can choose just three, what are the top three favorite company or even crypto that you would put your money in, and why?
Okay, before I answer that question, I'd like to reply one guy, Low
Yeah.
Roller Scratcher. He said, "How old are you?" I'm 24. Okay, I'm 24. Just to let you know. Okay. Top three companies, not cryptocurrency, right? Companies.
I mean, like honestly, like I really want to put like crypto is just company as well. Like for me, when people ask me like, okay, what is the company that you would invest in, like your top three, top five, whatever, the first thing I say is Dogecoin. Okay, I don't care you say crypto company, whatever. I want to treat this as the company or the stock, whatever it is, or even crypto. I don't care. So if you can choose only three of your favorite to put your money in, what are those and why?
Okay, first I mean, I won't rank. I'm not gonna rank them one, two, three. Right? I'm just gonna
Yeah,
say three companies that are on the
yeah.
top of my list: Dogecoin, Neo,
Mm-hmm.
Neo, and Bio Nanogenomics. Are you familiar with that?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, BNGO basically. So these are my top three as of now. I mean, it's not as of now, but like from the start until now.
Can you give a quick explanation only? So let's say why do you choose like Dogecoin and you believe that's your top three, and after that like Neo and BNGO, like for example, I'm just curious, like your thought about Dogecoin, like why do you invest into Dogecoin? I talk a lot about my belief, like, or what about you?
Okay, so Dogecoin, first of all, I like to agree with that concept that you gave about the McDonald's thing, how you one person will bring it to the future. And I can't think like that as well. But besides that, Dogecoin is at a price right now that can easily be multiplied. And that's what I like about new very fresh companies. I like to invest in companies when they first start, like when you said, like what you said earlier, when people don't see any potential in it or they're too afraid to see any potential in it. That's where I like to invest in them. Like I like to invest in IPOs, like when they just release it. Of course, some of them might have the spike, so I won't invest in a spike. When they drop, that's where I go in.
Mm-hmm.
So Dogecoin is at the price where it can have so many multiples. Like, for example, if I go into Bitcoin now, I did go into Bitcoin like a couple months back, but if I go into Bitcoin now, if it goes up to like let's say 100,000, how much do I make? Like double. And you know the process of it to go to get 100,000, people might think like, oh, for Bitcoin to go to 100,000 is so much more easier than for Dogecoin to go to $1. But no, that's not true. That's actually not true. Dogecoin going to $1 is actually easier than Bitcoin going to 100,000. And I know a lot of you might say like, oh, Darryl, no, that's not true. But no, trust me, because publicity is everything these days. Publicity is everything. The more people know about it, the more people get comfortable with it, the more companies will have to open up their markets to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like if companies don't open up the markets, then it's all about psychology. They will feel that they're at a loss. Like for example, Mavericks said, oh, we accept Dogecoin. All of a sudden, some people might not even want to buy his merch, but just because they're accepting Dogecoin, they're just buying it just because it's accepting Dogecoin.
Yeah.
And there's so many companies now that are just accepting Dogecoin just for the sake of getting more business. And if this momentum keeps on going, then what's going to happen?
Yeah.
So that's my explanation, basically.
Totally. Okay. So it seemed like if I ask you about more about Neo and BNGO, it's going to be a long story. But I think this question is going to be more important because I think this is the question that a lot of people they can really relate to, and I think they want to know. It's like I personally want to know to like what is when you come inside the stock market, right? What is the biggest struggle or loss? Like we all lose money in the stock market. So what is the biggest struggle or loss that you have in the stock market? And can you share that? And what do you learn from it?
Okay,
So
yeah,
hopefully I don't make the same mistake just like you. So at least I can save some money.
definitely can share that. But I'm gonna let you know first. My mistake was pretty dumb. It's completely not what I usually do. It's completely off. It's so stupid to a point that's stupid. I'm just gonna tell you that because for me, ever since the day I started investing, I was very disciplined. Yeah, I like to take risks, but calculated risks. Like I really go through the company. I sit down with my friend that's an auditor and my other friend that's in private equity, and we literally look through the annual report together. So I really go deep, and I'm very disciplined. I'm patient. But so happened when I saw GameStop, that's where my emotion kicked in, my greed kicked in, and I really don't like that. I don't like feeling emotionally attached when it comes to investing, especially investing. But that night, that day, I don't know why my feelings just kicked in, and GameStop was like going up and up for like, and because it was annoying, my cousin told me to get into GameStop at $30, but because I'm disciplined, so I didn't want to get into something that I felt like, oh, it's just a hype. Obviously, the intrinsic value wouldn't be that much if, let's say, Ryan Cohen didn't become like, didn't take the seat as a CEO or the board. I didn't know all those news that time, so I just decided, you know what, I'm just gonna ignore that. And then when GameStop went up to like 100, I was like, whoa, what is happening? what the F, man? Like, and then it went up to 200, and then went up to 300, and then went up to 400. I was like, yo, okay, we gotta stop this. We gotta stop this. You know what? Because I messed up on Tesla as well. Like, I made the exact mistake that what you said that traders would make. I made the exact mistake because normally I invest long term, but because Tesla was so volatile, I really thought that I could make a quick buck out of it. That's my second mistake. So I traded Tesla a bit. I did not use technical analysis, but basically I just bought low and I sold high. And then I kept repeating that over and over again. And I earned a bit of money. But then when Tesla shot up to like, and then got the like 1 to 5 stock split, I was like, should I jump off this building right now? I was so annoyed. I was so irritated. Like, why didn't I just follow my principles? Why didn't I just do that? Everything else I followed smoothly, but that I just didn't do it, and I suffered that kind of loss. It's opportunity cost. It's opportunity cost because that's like you could have like earned so much more from doing that, but instead I spent my time trading it, wasting my time, and I got the minimum out of it. And that's annoying. So I didn't want to do that. Make the same mistake for GameStop. And because of that past feeling attached with my feeling at the time when I saw GameStop, I ran it at $370.
Damn.
And that's where the next day with Melvin Capital, Citadel, all those news came out, just buying got like halted. And that's where it went down all the way down to $90. And then it went back up to 100 and then 200 and then back down and up and down up. So that was probably the worst mistake I made. That GameStop buy at 370, because I could have just been disciplined. I could have just waited a bit. I could have just kept myself calm, and I understood that GameStop wasn't valued at that price, but I didn't. I just went in at 370, and that was a big mistake that we have to learn from. I have to learn from.
So it's when GameStop dropped down to like $50, $100 something, like you cut loss and you sell it?
Oh, nah, I'm not that kind. I just hold it.
So right now you still hold into GameStop?
No, what I did was I bought in even more when it was at $50. So I basically like recovered almost everything. I recovered almost everything because when I bought in at $50 and it went up to like 300 last week. So I kind of sold a bit there, but I still kept a bit there. Yeah, so that was, at least I saved myself out of that.
Okay, great job. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I don't position myself as a day trader, because when I start to study about investment and apply my entrepreneur skill, I look in the market, say who in the market become a billionaire as a day trader, who in the market become a billionaire or like multi big millionaire as a long-term investor. So I look at the two, and I couldn't figure out whoever become like super wealthy as a day trader. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take the path to become a long-term investor, and that's what I believe in. Is they have more lifestyle. So yeah. All right. One more last thing. Yeah, I know that we've been talking about a lot of different things, connect each other on a high level, and we answer a lot of questions. And before we leave off, we're gonna answer some more questions on your audience. But I really want to know, like, if you can pass on one lesson to my audience and also your audience that watch this video right now, and if you can strip all the type of lesson and just give one lesson, what is the number one lesson? After through the loss, the trial, the error, and a bunch of lessons that you spend your own money in the stock market, what is the number one top lesson that you want my audience and your audience to know in the stock market?
Oh, okay. That's easy. The emotions, you gotta compromise them. Like you gotta really pull them down. Don't let emotions control you. I mean, a lot of people say that emotions can either be, get the best of you or the worst of you. But I would say that it's best to always keep your emotions down low so that your rational thinking can be amplified. And to me, rational thinking is very, very important because you won't do anything impulsive. You won't do something that you regret. And even in life, I always try my best to implement that rational thinking over emotional thinking. And yeah, that's the most important thing, because as you get wiser, as you make mistakes, honestly, that's when people actually push their rational thinking to a higher level and bring down their emotions. But a lot of people, when they make mistakes, they don't take it as a lesson. They take it as, oh, just a mistake. And that's where their emotions will always be up high rather than their rational thinking. They won't use that much of their rational thinking. But if you really take every single thing, every single mistake, every single sadness, anger, happiness, excitement, every single emotion, and everything basically, and you look through it in your mind, you can really amplify your rational thinking and you understand everything very well, even especially the stock market. That's my advice, and life.
All right, guys. So be rational. Don't let your emotional overtake you and turn everything that you guys learn through trial mistake into a lesson that can use for your own benefit. All right. Darryl, do you have anything else to ask me before I, give your audience or my audience just one powerful lesson, and we call it a day for this interview and answer any other question, and we jump off.
Okay, after we do this, then we gotta answer the audience. But let me ask you one more last thing.
Yeah.
If I know it's not a very conventional question, but if you had one lesson to tell 17-year-old you, what would that lesson be?
This thing relate to stock, or it just relate to entrepreneurs?
In entrepreneurship, yeah, in life in general and entrepreneurship.
Oh, this is a very amazing question. If I just have one thing to tell my 17-year-old, or someone asked me that question right now who are 17-year-old, whether in high school or college, this is what I would tell them. Start to give. Give, and give. Because what I really believe that if you give enough, care enough about anyone, whether it's your family, whether it's stranger, or whether it's your audience, keep on giving, provide value and care about them, then you can have what you want. I didn't really understand that concept back then. I was keep on hustling, keep on thinking about me, grow, learn everything. I don't really care about giving. But when I start to give, like when I was broke, I started a nonprofit organization with my brother. We go to the Philippines when the typhoon happened. We give when we was broke, take our own money. It's very fulfilling. Like it's just like the amazing feeling. And when you start to give to others, it's reached you to a high level. It's like you cannot see big thing. You cannot see a big vision unless you have to be a bigger person. So one of the reasons why people ask me, like, how can you see that vision right there? Because I don't know how, because maybe I study a lot about personal development, read a lot of books, and actually apply the concept of giving. So I can see things on a clear level. It's like, this thing just common sense to me. It's like, I can see it very clear. But I think when you start to care everything about me, care about you, it's going to limit yourself. It's going to put yourself inside a box. Then you cannot see the vision far ahead of you. So I would say everything in life is really about caring for others. Give. You will have what you want. Yeah.
Yep, that's absolutely true. And honestly, I never really understood that, to be very honest with you. I never understood that until like a year ago. Everything started to come to me. Yeah, you know what? Actually, it's not about taking. Life is not really about taking at all. It's all about giving, because that's where you really understand a lot of things. You get to know a lot of things, and that's why I'm giving away the Dogecoin. So be sure to sign up for the contest.
Hey, it's the great thing, Darryl. I really enjoyed the conversation today, and if you have already have any questions, feel free to ask. But like, I want to pass back one powerful lesson, and I think this lesson right here will save your audience and my audience a lot of money when it comes to stock, and help them to win. Okay, I really wish I know this one powerful lesson. Like, if all the lesson that you can learn, and if you just learn this one lesson only, it will save you so much amount of money and start losing less amount of money. The lesson right here, I want you to take a pen and a paper, just write it out and just like stick it to your wall, anything like that. I would say, when you select your favorite company, whether it's 1, 2, or 3, I want you to think of it like your wife. Like, hold on to it tight, and never let her go. Okay? Very important, because what happened is, a lot of time when we see some woman is prettier than your wife, just imagine it's like stock. You see something is so appealing that it's like, I put the money over here. I'm going to win the money right away. This is my perfect opportunity. And I want to take my favorite company, cut loss, and shift your money to maximize the potential win. The moment when you do that, the main company, your favorite company, guess what happened? It's going to go up, and the new company would go down. It happened most of the time. So I would say, think of it like in a relationship. If you are cultivate your relationship with your wife, love your wife, treat her the best, right? She will find some way to reward you. Don't let the shiny object that's so unique, so pretty, everything, to distract you from the one that is most meaningful to you. You do all the research into the favorite company. You put all your love, your heart into the company. Stick it through the hard time, the tough time, and you will get reward. So that's my message for you. It's very important. Hold tight, my friend.
Jimmy, how do you come up with such amazing analogies and all this? This is so good. This is exactly like the McDonald's thing when you talk about it. It's like, when hearing it from you, I feel like goosebumps. I feel this is exactly how people should explain about stocks to other people, because it's so easy to understand. Even a 13-year-old kid can understand what you just said just now. It's so true as well, because when you really just limit yourself to like all those distractions, all those, like a prettier girl and nicer stocks that people say, oh, 1000% ROI, you get tempted. Definitely you get tempted and be like, oh my goodness, 1000% ROI. Oh.
I feel guilty myself. Guilty myself. When I talk to you about that kind of thing, I wish somebody tell me. I feel guilty myself. Sometimes life is very tempted. And we make some dumb decision because we're tempted. It's totally normal. It's not your fault. But sometimes it have to hurt you for you to understand. Sometimes the most valuable person to you is the person right in front of you. And you just have to treat the person right. You see what I mean? Same thing with stock. And what I say, like, the more I play into stock, the more I realize everything in life is really all connect together. Like relationship, stock, business, it's really all connect together. That's why I really want to pull everything all together of the unconventional thinking, the wisdom thinking to share with you guys, because those things, it's like when you, I don't know how it happened, but like I can see very clearly of how stock is really related to relationship. It's related to a real business, just like the principle I just mentioned to you. You know, when you find somebody that you put so much heart, so much time into, you got to treat the person well. You know, because that person deserve
loyalty.
Yeah, you cannot expect like, you know, overnight success. You cannot expect, you know, and like you cannot invest into a stock and you trust the person and find the stock go damn down and you're like, I'm out. Let me jump. You cannot do that, you know, because what happened is, you know, same thing in relationship. You cannot do that. You know, when you stick to a tough time, hard time, you will get reward in 10x. So that's all I can say.
Super true, super true. And I believe this point that he made out is indirectly linked to what I said earlier about rational thinking. Because when you don't, you know, follow that emotion, you won't get so tempted by things that just pop out and, you know, distract you. 1000% ROI stock, prettier girl, sexier girl, all this kind of things. It's just all distractions. You need to look back in your mind, like rationally thinking. I mean, think, what am I really supposed to be holding on tight? You know, what stocks am I supposed to be keeping, and what stocks should I really put my full attention to and never let go? And I guess that's what Jimmy is trying to say.
Unless your wife cheat on you, you know, unless your wife cheat on you, or unless, you know, like, you know, both people don't have feeling for each other anymore. It's kind of like in the stock, right? You know, I don't sell a company. You know, when I invest into a company, I make a principle. I will not sell my favorite company. I would not sell Dogecoin. I would not sell my favorite company unless the fundamental change. It's kind of like, unless like the CEO, the founder, the chairman sell a bunch of million of share and they fight each other over like, you know, some silly thing, the technology change. It's kind of like in the relationship as well. You know, you cannot divorce your wife after you commit to marry her, and finally, you know, when she's sick and you're like, oh, I'm out. But if she cheat on you, you know, if, you know, like she no longer have feelings, you know, for you, and you know that's a fact, you don't want to keep the happiness when the happiness is not there. So it's the same thing like the company. So that's the principle. And you guys could see like it's almost everything in life. If you look on a deeper level, it's always correlate. Just like when you're good in business, you can take the business going to stock. When you're good in fitness, you can take the same discipline in fitness, go inside your business, and the chance of success is a lot higher. So it's all connect into a circle. So that is my take.
Okay, so let's just answer a couple of questions. I think this guy, Jonathan Bond asked, what about long-term, short-term pumping? And then he says it's out. So I guess we don't have to I'm not sure it's already out now, but if it's out, then we don't have to reply that. But anyway, guys, remember to give a thumbs up so I can go sleep. Okay,
yeah,
guys,
we probably only have 1 or 2 more minutes, so because I have to go as well. So if any question,
make it quick. Let me just read I'll just give you just read out some comments, some about you, so I'm just gonna read them out. Love Jimmy, provide a lot of wisdom, my favorite YouTube guy. Woohoo! And another guy, my Dogecoin family, my wife Doge. Another one, appreciate you, Dogecoin to the moon. You want to wait for Dogecoin to go to 3 cents or 4 cents? It won't. It will already go to the moon. I like this guy's spirit. Shall right? Okay, and then I got, if the publications of Doge continues, it could be by the end of the year, but it would need a lot of public attention. Well, I guess this guy still didn't get the concept of what we were talking about earlier, but it's okay. Watch a few more live streams and you'll probably get it. Change the perspective you're looking at Dogecoin. Sean Johnston, when will it hit $1? We already discussed that. Okay, 2 channels I wake up to every day. Okay, next. Okay, what would you guys consider to the moon? $1 or $10?
Well, I would say to the moon is all depend on the person. You know, how do you determine to the moon? You know, for some people, maybe 50 cents is to the moon to them. You know, some people it's maybe $1. Some people maybe $10. But to me, I see those coins are gonna reach to at least $10 to $50. Kind of insane, but you know, to me, when those coins reach to $10 to $50 to the moon, right here, I have it ready already. You know, I'm not kidding.
To the moon. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's literally an astronaut. It's so cute. I'm gonna get one of those as well. Yeah, guys, say you have inspired me, bro. Unfortunately, much of the world's population revolves in ignorance. It's the same here where I live. So keep what you're doing. Much love. Okay, thank you, Rohan. And the Car Chronicle said Darryl looks like 26 to 27. Oh yeah, thanks, man. Thanks for calling me old. I'm 40 and USA, your style is dope. Okay, nice. The same guy, Jonathan Bond. What is Jimmy's position? What does that mean? What is Jimmy's position? I don't get it.
I don't understand what you mean by position. I have a lot of position.
Okay, now mind. Let's just ignore that. Let's see. Okay, just a few more comments and we are done. We are done. Let's see. Final Stand said you can give Ben my number. Who's Ben? Jimmy, how many Dogecoins do you have? Do you have BTT? Okay, first of all, I like to mention that I don't reveal how much Dogecoin I have, but Jimmy, it's up to you whether you want to reveal it or not. Yeah.
Yeah. So all I can say is I have over 1 million of Dogecoin, and you know, Thinksmart Brother, we have a lot of Dogecoin. I say million of Dogecoin, so a lot.
Okay.
and I'm gonna keep at a lot more Dogecoin. So that's all I can say. But when it reaches to $1, to $1, then I will reveal some of the Dogecoin for you guys to see. But we hold a huge amount.
Okay. So there you go, your answer. And even Jonathan Bond asked the same thing. Position is that kind of position. She's asking like how much Doge and how much are you investing in that kind of position.
Yeah. So like if like for example, like I really believe into Dogecoin. It's my number one favorite position, and I really when I talk about I really believe. That's me. I really believe into it. You know, and of course, I'm not trying to convince anybody to invest into Dogecoin, and I'm not like a financial advisor or anything like that. I'm a visionary investor. So always invest into something that you really believe in, because I invest into Dogecoin. I really believe into a business standpoint. Dogecoin make a lot of sense. Psychology standpoint make a lot of sense, and especially spiritual standpoint make a lot of sense. I don't want to go into too much of the spiritual thing. You guys probably think that I'm crazy, but I see Dogecoin met all those requirements that for Dogecoin to become the number one currency on the planet. So I'm go all in into Dogecoin. Yeah.
All right. Okay. One more question for me. Is this a joke question?
Yeah.
But could be possibly true. And after this, we're gonna go off. So make sure to like it, because after this question, we're gonna go off. If Dogecoin reaches to $50 in 10 years' time, are you gonna sell it? Are you gonna take it out for money? Are you gonna keep that cash, take that fiat currency? Are you gonna do it?
So man, this is the question the other day. Actually, my brother, he asked me, my own brother, he asked me, Jimmy, if it reaches $1, do you sell Dogecoin? I say no. I would not take my money. You know, the money that I invest in, original money, I would not take it. I would not sell. Most people, they think that, you know, I'm gonna start pumping about Dogecoin and sell. That's ridiculous. I would not do that. To be extremely transparent with you guys, I will not do that. I'm sharing my thought for Dogecoin because I want to help more people to see the vision, and the decision is yours. Okay. You know, you invest a few dollars in there or $1,000, $100, it doesn't impact me, because a big currency on the planet is huge. Okay. So a small amount won't impact the vision of the planet. Now go back to your question. If it reaches $1, no. If it reaches $5, no. When it reaches $10, no, because I see the vision of those coins are bigger than that. When it reaches $50, that's a different question. If it reaches $50, I probably would sell my take out my original investment, right? or maybe when it reaches $30, I may take out my original investment. But after that, I don't know how much more do I take out. But I can tell you one thing is I may not take everything out. I have to see. It's hard to say right now. I have to see like what is the business fundamental of Dogecoin during that time. What is the hype? What is the trend? Where is the world is heading? I have to see a lot of factors for me to make different kind of decisions. So it's hard to say. So I treat Dogecoin as like a real business during that time. So it's hard to say though.
Well, what if I would tell you, because if it does reach $50, then obviously a lot of businesses will accept Dogecoin. Maybe you can even buy houses, get loans, Dogecoin loans. I mean, in the future, I mean, would that change your mind in terms of selling a Dogecoin? Because technically it is kind of like money already. I mean, it is money already. It is fiat currency by that time because it's $50 and you can use Dogecoin to buy anything. Is there still a purpose to change it back to money, or maybe you just start using it everywhere as your own money?
Well, my vision for Dogecoin right now, I don't know 100% sure, but the vision I have for Dogecoin is eventually the earth would not use paper, and we're gonna use Dogecoin like all around the world, and if it become the #1 currency, maybe there's
your biggest fan asked you to wave to him.
Yeah, I don't know who that is, but yeah, thank you so much for watching us live.
Yeah. All right, continue. Sorry.
Yeah. So I like to say, I really believe that eventually in the next like 10 years, or 15 years is the latest, the world will shift into a new direction, and people will no longer. You probably see like later on a lot of business will operate online. You barely see a local business anymore, besides like restaurant and different places like that. So the same thing with digital currency. Like right now, you already see like people shopping online and people buy less stuff like outside and stuff like that. So digital currency is the same thing, right? Eventually, when I go to Malaysia, it's like, hey, I want to buy this burger. I want to buy this soup or whatever it is. I want to buy this clothes. Okay, check me out with Dogecoin. You see what I mean? And they are gonna pay by Dogecoin. And the way it works and the way it calculates, we don't know. I really think that in the future, probably some startup like you and me or somebody, they're gonna create something like a startup of how to calculate Dogecoin like very, very simple way to solve the problem. But right now, until then, I'm not too worried, because as Dogecoin expand more, as demand rise more, they're gonna be startup to solve the kind of problem, just like Coinbase. Before there's no Coinbase, but as Bitcoin become more popular, the startup people, they think of Coinbase to make sure that people can buy and sell Coinbase easily. And so those kind of things, let them solve the problem, right? Maybe, who knows? Maybe if no one solved the problem, I may be the one who solved the problem. Who knows? But the idea in here is I really see that digital currency will become the trend in the future, and people would start to using it. Hopefully it's Dogecoin. I don't know the answer for sure, but I bet my money on Dogecoin. Yeah.
All right. Awesome. Thank you so much, Jimmy, for coming on to the show. You're such an amazing person to talk to, and one of the most fun person to talk to. Really amazing. And you have so much wisdom that you shared with the audience today. I really love it. Awesome. And
thank you so much. Thank you so much. All I say is thank you so much for your time and have me on the show, share with your audience and answer the question. It's my pleasure. And keep doing your thing. You do an amazing thing. Keep changing the world, helping more people. And I appreciate for your time. And obviously, I will send you this recording when it's done. But thank you so much for your time, and say thank you to your audience as well. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys, and I care for you guys, and wish you guys the best in the stock investing, and always invest like a genius. Okay, to the moon.
Awesome. To the moon. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you guys next time, because maybe we might do another episode. Who knows? Right, Jimmy?
Yes. Thank you, Darryl. Good night, man. Good night.
Good night, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.